Right, welcome again to Chewing the Fat Motivational Channel, and today I'm going to explain just a touch about myself, really, because I'm talking about having passion, integrity, and all these things, but a lot of people don't actually know what my background is. So if I explain a little bit about that in a brief video, it might help for my message to come across a lot clearer. So my background is from a working class family, okay, pretty tough upbringing, and a lot of my life I've spent in London, also Northern Ireland, to and from different family members, and then from there I joined the military. Spent a lot of my time in the military, tours I've done, been abroad, done all sorts of stuff within the military itself, with a infantry unit or regiment. I then came out and I've been a security contractor around the world, working from Africa to the Middle East, from team member to team leader, okay, all the way through to actually team leader of, you know, maybe 5 CPOs, that's close protection officers, and so forth, abroad and in London itself for high-end people. I've also worked in maritime security and many different forms of security, basically. And I've had a pretty exciting life. I've also volunteered to fight against ISIS when ISIS were at their sort of highest level, when they're over in Iraq and Syria, when they were basically doing barbaric things, okay, against humanity, to women and children. So I felt it was the right thing to do, to go over and serve within the Kurdish military. So I've had a varied life. I come from that kind of background. I've sacrificed a lot to try to make the world a better place, in my own little way, use skills that I learned along the way to do so. But what really inspires me now is really motivation of how we can change and adapt to the surroundings we find ourselves in now. So the way I compare it to now is when you go to a frontline conflict, all right, it's amazing. And what always interested me is places like Afghanistan, is how quick you adapt to your surroundings, at being shot at 4 times a day, all right, adapt to eating very little, living off ration packs, all right, being in a PB, stuck out, only 12 of you. It's really amazing how you adapt to that and how it becomes almost normal. And in some respects becomes easier than normal mundane life, because your only thing you need to worry about is a bloke left or right here, all right? So I want to create an ethos now with what we see with the average person in society that's getting eaten up by the environment we now live in. And that's why I'm using my background and other people that I've come across through this channel, through launching the channel that I'm now in talks with, through people I knew in the past that are now, wow, they've got somewhere to express their journey. And this is not just a military journey of myself and coming from a military background and I'm going to tell you what's right, okay, and this is how it is. No. This is where you find your own path using what you hear from the channel to create a path for another person. So it's a community that's built around, okay, you chipping in, all right, grafting yourself, at the same time improving yourself, improving others, and creating an awesome environment for everybody around you. And that is family members, your children, whatever it may be, because that is the most important in the times we live in right now, is that we create a solid, okay, fundamental, positive surrounding, regardless of what the situation is. Because as human beings, we will overcome everything. Okay, for me, this is not like the apocalypse, all right? For some people it is though, and I do understand that. They see it as that. That's because the media and everything, I'm not going to get political in this, but the media and the scare tactics of the environment they're putting themselves in by watching the news 24/7, putting it into their brain that they're feared, they're scared, stay at home, drink, forget, stop, smoke, put toxins in your body, forget. Just, it will blow over, all right? We need to adapt and overcome. And as a community, we will. And that's why it's important that I express just briefly there what my background is. What is coming up in this channel? Awesome stuff. As you can see now, we've got awesome videos going up by other people. We've also got an interview coming up with a good friend of mine, okay, who comes from a mountaineering background, all right, non-military but a mountaineering background. And we're going to compare some comparisons that I might have as a military background and him, okay, as a mountaineering background. Very nice guy. I've done some hiking with him before. Very intelligent, all right, very knowledgeable when it comes to navigation and how the mountains and the environment work. And why is this important? It doesn't mean that you're going to be, you know, next week flying up mountains. It's not about that. It's about the psychological preparation for life. Using everything you need to use. Taking what you need from other people's experience to say, that is how I overcome today. That is how, okay, I make people around me more positive. See the positive in everything we can. And together we will overcome. That's Chewing the Fat Motivation. Thank you so much to everybody that's supporting the channel, all right, through likes, shares and subscribing. That's all I ask. That's all I will ask. I don't want no donations. We are not a charity, all right. We are simply here to help people and a platform for people to share their struggles that made them the success that they are today mentally. Cheers.